This is where you realize number one, you're either a winner or a loser. Look, I 50x my income when I changed my life. I'm doing better than everyone else I know. No, I'm not even joking.
I'm like, how do I get out of here? What's up, everybody? I think you're muted.
I'm like, I'm on mute. I'm panicking. Do you know what, Danielle? I'm sitting here going in my head, first time listener, or no, long time listener, first time calling.
I love it. Welcome, everyone. So excited to be here today. This is Lindsay. Lindsay, go ahead and introduce yourself to the crowd.
Yes. Hey, everybody. I'm Lindsay. I have a company called The Radical Connector, and I teach business skills, specifically marketing, sales skills, and scaling skills to service-based providers. And Danielle and I see eye to eye on a lot of the stuff that she talks about. So I'm excited to get into it today.
Yeah, it's awesome. So Lindsay is actually local to Vancouver. We met at a conference like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they were teaching sales, and I was just like, oh my God, this person gets me. So I went up and was like, I have a YouTube channel talking about everything you just mentioned in this speech. We need to be friends.
And then I, of course, like I do with all my friends, drag Danielle to a powerlifting class. I'm also a powerlifter, getting ready for my first meet next Saturday.
Oh, so exciting. Yeah. I love it.
So we've bitched together, we've called out scams together, we've sweat together.
We've done it all.
Of course, we got a YouTube together.
Exactly. So I'm super excited for today. It's going to be a slightly different format for those of you that watch my regular Monday live streams. We have sort of a randomizer set up with many videos to choose from. Some are like recurring characters on the channel. A lot of it was content that was sent to me via my reaction form. So that's linked in the description down below for any of you that are new here. And I'm really excited to hear your take because everyone knows what I think. Probably they could do the commentary themselves at this point, but very, very excited to hear your thoughts.
Yes. And I'm nervous, you guys. I just say I'm nervous because okay, Danielle, you're very calm when you talk about this. Very, very reasoned, very rational. I get a little spicy, a little ranty. So I'm going to try to be my best behavior for y'all tonight.
Totally fine. And if so some of these videos are upwards of like 2-3 minutes long. So if there's a point where you want to say something, just either start interjecting and I'll pause it.
If you see me doing this, we need to hit pause.
I love it. Okay, so one of the commenters here is saying, oh my God, I'm like, I haven't used Restream in so long. I forget how it works. Here we go. So Zip here is saying, guests are fun. I'd love to hear the actual advice compared to what we hear on the videos tonight. And I think that's our intention. Usually it's mine anyway. So Lindsay has lots of great insight about business development, and super excited for you guys to be able to hear some of that. Now this is also streaming on Lindsay's channel. So if you want to go show some love, I do have it linked in the description as well. So you can feel free to go and check that out too.
Please do. Now, are you seeing all the comments from my channel as well?
Yes. So it should be feeding us both. So anyone who's here from either channel can. Wait, the chat is in the opposite direction? Oh, I see what you mean. It's flowing from the top. Aaron, I don't think I can change that. So good luck.
Oh yeah, it comes from the top and goes down.
Yeah, and usually I have it because I use a different streaming software when I stream by myself, and it's the opposite. So I guess that's the confusion. But
we're gonna have to get used to it.
It's okay. We're working with what we have. Okay, folks, I completely hijacked this idea from Kia's World. If any of you are familiar with her channel, she talks a lot about like self-help grifters. Anyway, she does this fun thing where she puts all of the potential stream ideas into a randomizer and lets the algorithm choose. So that's what we're going to do tonight to figure out what video is going to work first. Okay, so your channel is working. Someone did a test for us.
Yes, and I saw that you followed me earlier. Are you subscribed to Daisy Club? Thank you.
I love it. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and see what our first video of the evening is going to be. This is so exciting.
I know. I'm like, honestly, friends, I'm nervous.
Oh, I love this. Okay, so we're starting with sales.
All right.
The sales
I
U-turn.
love a sales conversation.
Yes. So I'm actually really excited for your take on this. So for some of these videos, I've watched parts of them. I haven't watched any of them in full. I just kind of like went through and figured out what I could see. And we're going to try to do this as smoothly as possible.
My grandparents were avid Wheel of Fortune fans. So yeah, big money.
Same vibes for sure. Okay, let's see. I think it should.
Us girls can't
Oh
drive
my
for
goodness. Okay, hold on.
Oh, I already love it.
Okay, here we go. So if you guys missed that first thing, she said, us girls can't drive for shit.
But I'm gonna need you to sit down, buckle up, lock it the f in because it is now driver's ed, and I'm gonna teach you how to do a sales U-turn. So you know when somebody gives you an objection, like any sort of like, it's expensive, I gotta talk to my spouse, I need time to think about it, I'm just somebody that needs to sleep on it, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's heading in the wrong direction. You can actually flip that backwards and do a U-turn. This is
I love that we're pulling out the notebook.
Oh,
That's
I'm serious.
I'm like, everyone get your pens and papers. We need to write this down.
literally one of my best sales tips that I use every single sale that's made me a millionaire today. So there are 3 steps to the U-turn. Number 1, you have to get more context, kind of get them to like explain their point a little bit more, know the true objection before you flip that right around. The number 2 is you flip that right around, and the number 3 is you go even faster in the direction that you want. It looks something like this. So if a client says, you know, it's too expensive, other people do it for cheaper. Totally get that, but when you say price, like tell me a little bit more about that. Is it because you've done research on other companies? Have you signed up with anything before? Like, were you anchored to a price before you came in here? Like, where did that come from? Blah, blah, blah. They're going to give you a lot more context on the actual objection, which gives you ammo that you can use.
Okay, I'm sorry. How disrespectful is it?
I literal blah, 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 disrespectful.
I'm like mocking my past clients by going blah, blah, blah. Little dumb idiots.
Oh God, little. Okay, keep going. I mean, I've got notes. We can already start if you want, but I kind of like to get the full context. You know.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
We can continue.
When you flip this whole round. So now we're number 2, which is the actual U-turn. This is where you use the technique objection is the reason. Whatever their objection is literally the reason why you should. You turn a no into a yes. It would look something like, well, a lot of our clients actually love the fact that we are at a higher price point because it means you do get what you pay for. In that previous experience, I mean, you paid little, but then you got little, and now we're still here trying to fix the exact same problem. So it's like, in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of our clients that we've taken from here to here, they kind of find that the investment does make sense because there is an ROI. Now you press on the fucking gas and make them go in the direction that you want them to go. I mean, let's just take a step back, because if you were to invest, the people that we see that have the most success, that get the most ROI, are committed, they're motivated, they're driven, and they have internal motivation that prevents any excuse from getting in the way of their goal. Do you feel like you genuinely align with that if you were to even think about making the investment? Because when I put my energy to everything, I'm successful. Now they're just doubling down on why they should do it. And you just swerved them into the direction that you needed them to go. See, women can be good at driving when there's money on the line.
Oh fuck, the misogyny.
I hate it here.
Okay, is that it?
Yep, that's the end.
I'm already so stressed. So okay, I'm gonna give you some initial thoughts and then let's get into it. But I'm so curious to hear from everybody else. How do you feel when videos like this come across your feed? Like, just don't worry about the content of what she's saying, but how do you physically feel in your body?
Stressed.
And, you know, like, I'm stressed.
I'm like, it's like, I don't know if it's the cadence at which they're speaking or just like the aggressive tone, but it's immediately I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. And I mean, we all know that the boobs in our face is intentional, right? And listen, I mean, I'm sitting here in a turtleneck, so what am I to say? You know, I get it. You know, if you got it, use it. You know, if you're in an industry where people who are turned on by your body will spend more money and that's okay with you, go bananas, right? But it is a ploy, right? So I think, yeah, frazzled, annoyed. Like, I think the first thing that just at a base level, we have to really acknowledge there's a lot of manipulation here at play, a ton, right? Both from the way that she's talking super, super fast and aggressively. I feel judged. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like there's a lot of like, I'm just gonna keep talking and talking and talking so you can't think. But
Mhm.
so excited by my sexy body and my use of swear words and the way I throw women under the bus and the way I'm convincing you can do anything that you're going to take action. Like there's no time for you to think and you're so distracted. So that's just like at a base level before we're even getting into the content. Danielle, thoughts?
Yeah. No, I totally agree with all of that. And I find this person is in a few videos, I think, in the list.
I've
So
seen her on my feed. Yeah.
yeah, so we might see
know
her
who it is.
again
Yeah.
tonight. But every video follows essentially the same format. And
Yeah.
I totally think you're on to the fact that like she knows what she has and she uses it to her advantage.
Mhm.
I mean, we could get into a conversation around why I think that's problematic as a whole with the things that she sells people, because
Mhm.
it's more of like a I did it so you can do it too without acknowledging perhaps
Yeah.
that privilege. But in terms of what she's actually saying, all I could think about when she got to the end was
Mhm.
holy manipulation
Mhm.
of, oh, are you a loser or are you not? Because if you're a loser, you won't buy from me. But if you're not a loser, then you will buy from me. Was
Yeah.
the impression I got anyway. But I'd love to hear your
Literally,
thoughts.
it's and I love the pick me scammer energy. Nailed it right there. It is, that's one of the comments there. Sorry. That's literally it. Like I feel before we she's really saying, yeah, you're a loser if you don't do these things. Like you're a loser if you can't turn it around. So here's some thoughts. So first of all, I do talk a lot about handling objections. I personally do not think objections are meant to be handled. I think that they're meant to be understood. They're meant to be signposts. If you're getting a lot of objections, there's something going wrong. You are talking to the wrong audience. You're selling the wrong thing. Your pricing may be off. Your marketing may be off, right? Your sales, you're just not good at selling. You got to work on your sales skills. But I do like that she asked questions. Tell me why. Did you have a bad experience? Did you pay this before? Did you have you price shopped? I think that's really good. I think that's really important market research. But then she said blah blah blah.
And everything went out the window.
Because it's like she didn't care. She's just looking for the point that she can manipulate you, and she's going to teach you how to look for the point in other people where you can manipulate them. And I'm going to tell you, I've used those tactics before when I was young and taking sales courses and doing training and things. I've tried those things and they do work. Like they work. But I remember like at whatever, I would have been 18, 19 being like, this doesn't feel good.
Exactly.
I don't want to
Icky.
I don't want to sell this way. Yeah, their goal isn't to understand. So I do think asking questions where there's objections is really good, but it needs to be from the point of understanding, not to manipulate somebody. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's like almost manufacturing empathy in the
Yeah.
sense that like you want the person to think you're empathetic, but really you're just more focused on what's in it for me and how can I get what I want out of this
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah. And I there's another thing that she said too. She talked about that internal sort of like drive or motivation. And she referenced how like other clients, when they pay a certain amount of money, it causes internal motivation. I mean, that's not really true. There's a lot of people who in our capitalist society, we are told the more we pay, the more something is worth. And, if we believe in ourselves and we would pay more and blah, 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 to quote this person, And so I do think that there is some truth in that there is some truth that things that are of higher value cost more or have a major impact in your life or work or business cost more. That doesn't mean that everyone that charges more is worth it or everyone that costs
Yes.
more is worth
Oh my God.
it.
Okay. We're not going to use
Yes.
the wheel next because I have the perfect
The
video
perfect one,
to follow
amazing.
up that point. But you can continue.
Amazing. But I have not found a direct correlation between people who pay more and an internal sort of motivator. In fact, I found the opposite. I have found, because I work with entrepreneurs, especially a lot of up and coming, I call them wantrepreneurs. So
Yeah.
they're not in the business mindset yet, but it looks really cool. And there's a lot of people that will spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and then think that's all they have to do. They don't actually have to do the work. So I actually find that to be the opposite. The more people spend, that doesn't necessarily mean the more they're internally motivated.
Yeah.
Anyone
no,
else that's
absolutely
listening
agree.
ever get caught? Have you found yourself buying programs or paying coaches or spending money? And what's that sound from TikTok? You better fix my life, you little shit. Like, anyone else done that and went, oh, I actually have to do the work?
Oh my God. Yeah. Or like the number of conversations I've had with people who watch my content or, we've
Mhm.
interacted on Reddit and the stories I've heard of people, you know, making investment after investment after investment, thinking that like the next one.
The next one, this will be it.
Exactly. And then that sunk cost fallacy sinks in and it's just like, ah.
That is a big one. I wonder if you have a video. If not, we'll talk about that later, the sunk cost fallacy, because that is a thing. And I think honestly, I feel like she probably leverages that as well, because now that she's pushed you into this point, she's counting on you maybe being a little embarrassed, and so continuing down with her, that road with her, instead of stopping and saying, hey, this doesn't feel right.
Exactly. Or why does this not feel right? You know, I
Yeah.
have this inclination and I don't really know like where it's coming from.
And now I am also curious. I want to read this comment first. This gym membership is expensive, and when I pay it, I'm motivated to be there and do my best, but I have no intention to go into debt for it. Yeah, that's a big one. Notebooks, gym memberships. I have a really nice bike. What's it called? The little stand-up bike thing that I spent like $1,000 on, and I've ridden it 10 times because I hate it. So I mean, but it's like, you know, anyways.
The idealized version of myself.
The idealized version bought it, and the real life version was like, nah. What does she sell? Does she just sell how to sell, or she actually successfully sold things that are not related to what she teaches?
So she alleges that she was in high ticket sales. For who, I don't know. And then she transitioned into selling a like how to do high ticket sales course. So I think she charges like $10,000 and she teaches you how to become a high ticket closer.
And it's I'm so curious about, do you know anyone that's gone through her programs?
Only stories via Reddit.
We probably aren't allowed to really talk about those, I'm guessing. So a lot of times when I've had clients who have worked with people like this, it doesn't really work, because like you said earlier, it's the do what I did to get what I got tactic.
Yes.
And it doesn't really work for them, or it doesn't feel good for them. One of the things, the rules I say, I know we have a lot to cover, so I'll stop talking. One of the rules I tell people is if you have to convince them today, you have to convince them tomorrow. And so if you got to work that hard to convince someone to buy, they're not buying because they want it. They're buying because they've been browbeat into it.
Yes, that's a great point. And I think one that's like often ignored, because oftentimes what we'll hear is, you know, let's say she convinces me to buy her program. I get in it. I'm not really, I don't get results. I blame her. She turns around and blames me because I wasn't committed. But I'm also like, but you also kind of manipulated me into here. So who's to blame? Yeah. No one knows.
It's so true. It's so true.
Okay. This next one is from like an OG coaching industry. Everyone in the comments is going to know. So I'll just preface it by saying that, but she does say something in particular that goes right along with what you just mentioned before. So let me just figure out which video it is. I tried to label them all in a way that would make sense, but I don't think I did myself any favors here. So this might take a minute.
Okay, while you're doing that, can I read some of these comments?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Zip1717 said, I can see how people willing to spend a lot of money expecting to get a guaranteed formula to success instead of those looking for tools to help with their own efforts being more cost focused. Yeah, and I'm not sitting here saying that there aren't programs or people that are worth every stinking dime, right? It's just, I always, when there's manipulation involved and a lot of like fanfare and gimmicks, I always think, what is that resting on business? Is that the Justin Bieber thing, resting on business?
Standing on business.
Yeah, standing up. Thank you. You guys, I'm not cool. Standing on business. Like I'm like, you're not standing on business. You're just making noise and trying to hoodwink, right? But people who are worth it, I'm gonna tell you, they're often very quiet. They're quiet and they're getting it done, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I talk about that in my corner of the internet a lot, like specifically with these coaches that make like egregious income claims. I'm like, the wealthiest people I know in real life are not telling you that they're wealthy. So do with that information what you will. But the last thing I would be doing is broadcasting how much money I'm making on the internet personally.
And how many of these cars are rented, homes are rented, planes are rented. Like they're not even, and they just bring a change of outfits and create a bunch of content, and then the car goes back to the dealer or something, you know?
Okay, this is so good. So I usually have a full like soundboard of previous things, and this sound is one of my favorites.
Take trips, post on Instagram, buy a cool car, post on Instagram. Get your Instagram popping.
Get your Instagram popping by buying a bunch of random shit.
Yeah.
And it's all about optics. That's all you got to
Oh my
remember.
God. All
Okay.
right. I'm ready whenever you are.
All right. I did find it. If now it's not working. Here we go. Okay. We're in. Here we go.
I see it in all my students Corinne, who's making $12-13 million, was charging $7 when I met her. I'm like, why not make more? She's like, I don't have a college degree. I'm like, what? Who cares? Why do you need a college degree? You don't, apparently. It's amazing. You can just decide I want to make $500K, and then you can. It's the coolest ever. It's what being human is. It's available to us. Let's go.
You just decide and you can make $500,000.
Okay, listen. There are elements of what she said that are accurate.
Yes, and I think that's an important note to make about all of these videos is there's always half truths.
There's something, yeah.
Which is what makes these videos so enticing to want to believe.
Yeah. There is that just decide. You don't need a degree. Oh, space pastry. Yeah, you need this person. So okay.
A lot to unpack here.
There is. Let's go bit by bit. You don't need a degree. Okay. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you do. I had a call recently with somebody who promotes themselves as a health coach, and wanted me to help her with her business. And I was like, okay, well, tell me a little about your qualifications, your education, your experience. Nothing. She was sick, and then she wasn't sick, and therefore she could help people with weight loss, with disease, with mental health, with hormones, with perimenopause, with all these things. These are things that people are highly educated and experienced in. And so I kind of brought up that that's not really, like, you can't do that because you could cause genuine harm.
Yes.
Right. Side note, friends, I don't work with people that I think are acting in an unethical way in their business, as well as not teach unethical ways of building a business. Right. And so I had said to her, if you want to be a person who is like, I'm going to help you as a coach to get focused on what stands in your way of being healthy and connect you with the professionals who can help you get healthy, we can talk. But if you're promising, she had before and after pictures, you're promising weight loss, you're promising hormone health, you're promising mental health, sleep health, I cannot support that. So there are times where you genuinely need an education, because otherwise you really risk causing harm to people. I mean, forget being sued. That is a big thing, but also you could hurt people, right?
Exactly.
But there's times where also you don't, like you maybe have, tons and tons of life, like real life experience of this thing, of work experience of this thing. And I have seen people hold themselves back because they don't have a degree or a piece of paper. It's like, yeah, but you've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah, I was just having this conversation today. So I have a TikTok account where I talk about business in Canada, and I live stream a couple times a week. So I was live streaming this morning, and someone in the chat was asking, first of all, they were asking if I had a business degree, which I do not, but I've been self-employed for 8 years. So I just speak from my experience.
Yeah.
And someone else in the comments was basically validating that, saying like, you'll learn way more in business from owning a business than you ever will from a degree. And so I just really echoing your sentiment. Not to say that business degrees aren't valuable, but when it comes to something like that in particular, I do think some things are better learned through experience versus like checking the boxes, writing an exam and getting a certificate. So just as a separate example, obviously when we're talking mental health, physical health, etc., it's much more sensitive, but
well, but I mean, a business degree is great if you want to be a CEO of a company. Like that's the thing, is a business degree doesn't teach you to be an entrepreneur. It teaches you how to be a really good employee, a good leader.
For sure.
Right? Like I think that's people confuse that. Like it's a business administration degree, right? Like it's, or a master's of business. It's the only MBAs I work with who are completely clued out about business development and entrepreneurial mindset and the stuff that comes out of like the insecurity, self-doubt. So yeah, it is the experience of doing it, right? Just decide we're humans and then we can have it. Okay.
I know somebody in the comments, Erin here said, I have a big list of
Yeah.
things I would like to just decide.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Let me tell you.
Now, that is a complicated one because, first of all, we have to acknowledge a privilege, right? Like, and where you live in the world and what your current political and economic and human rights situation is, right? And then we also have to look at, very real barriers, like systemic barriers, even in people who are in countries that are maybe more developed, a little more in times of peace. But there's other systemic issues at play, whether it has to do with, you know, race, gender, sexuality, disability, like there's other poverty, there's other things, age at play. And then there's the internal stuff, insecurity, imposter syndrome, self-doubt, like recovering from abuse or toxic relationships, going through traumatic births and divorces and deaths. And so, yes, a part of the human condition and why I freaking love entrepreneurship is because we can have an idea, we can have a passion, we can have a purpose, a skill set, and we can turn it into something, right? But there's a lot of things that can also be stacked against us. And so I think if you're somebody who has a strong will to like create your life, that's huge. And also, there's sometimes some things we got to figure out and work through as well.
Nope.
Oh no,
I'm still here. You just can't see me. I'll just switch to my laptop. Okay, we're good.
Nice.
We're back. But yeah, I absolutely agree. And this is something that I am like a broken record about on this channel. Things like mindset is important. You do have to have some level of self-belief, especially if you're self-employed and you want to be successful at it. But I can believe in myself all I want. If the thing I'm selling isn't something people want to buy,
Yeah.
I'm not going to make $500,000 or whatever she was touting in the video. But I do think there is something to be said about working through those challenges that we face, the imposter syndrome, the self-belief, etc. And even just like learning what's possible. I've shared this story many times, but like when I got my first 9-to-5 job, I was making like $40,000 a year. And I thought that was so much money until I talked to one of my friends who lived in the city and was making like $75,000, $80,000. And I was like, wait, you can make that much money? And then, years later, I met someone making 150, 250. And I'm like, this is crazy. And if you don't have exposure to those things, you might not know that that's possible for you. And so I do sort of subscribe to the idea that there is work to be done and opportunities to be had through having those conversations, meeting people that are doing cool things, etc. But I don't necessarily think that means that your success is then inevitable, like through some magical osmosis where Lindsay's super successful. So now that we're friends, I'm going to be super successful. You know what I mean?
I mean, if I have anything to do with it, I'll make everyone around me super successful. But I can, and this is okay. So there's other things around this too, like things like skills, a viable business, like you know what I mean, like we'll or a viable career path. We'll get there. I don't know. Are most people here entrepreneurs or business owners, or is it kind of just all over?
It's a mix. So there's some people who are self-employed, some that just enjoy this content.
I love it.
So we got a little bit of both.
So I was gonna say that, like, yeah, to your point, just because you want it, like, is your business viable? Is your career, something that you can grow in? Is the art that you're making, I don't know. I mean, art is subjective. I don't want to talk about that one, but just like, is the thing you're doing, is there a path of what you're doing to take you to where you want to go? Whether it is money, whether it's growing a social media account, a YouTube account, marriage, you know what I mean? A house and a dog and a car. I don't know. Like there's elements that are also like, you have to make sure that things are in the right order. Things not in the right order, but like things are like, there's things to support that. So if you want to make a $500,000 in a business, well, okay, your business has to be viable. It has to be something people want. It has to be scalable. It has to be something that you can move beyond yourself into having people help you grow it, right? Like there's pieces there. And so one of the things, and I oh gosh, you guys, I really hope if I piss some of you off. I know if I have some people in my world watching, it might piss them off. But I think the law of attraction and manifestation and all of that stuff is bunk. Like, I just think it's made so many people say, if I just sit in my room and wish hard enough and obsess about it and journal about it and put it on a dream board, and don't get me wrong, guys, I love a good vision board, okay? But if I just sit here and just want it bad enough, it's gonna happen. And it's so disempowering. And it also, there's this weird narrative, now I'm gonna get spicy, about how you don't have to work hard. I'm gonna be a Kardashian for a second. I forget which one. It's like nobody wants to work anymore. It's like, guys, those things that people have that are really big and awesome and cool fucking took hard work. They were up late. They were making sacrifices in their personal life. They were making tough choices, right? Yeah, you got to do the work, Daisy Club.
I am laughing because I feel like you just predicted. I got another video that talks exactly about this. I swear Lindsay was not privy to the content before we got on this stream. They're just really good at guessing what's coming next.
Right? Yeah, Alexis, the lucky girl complex, right? The lucky girl. No, the lucky girl puts work in, or I don't know, has great boobs like that first one, and just I think those were fake though. Those weren't great. Those were fake. Those were bought and paid for. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Gender affirming surgery there for her. Yeah, there's people dying, Kim.
I love it. Okay, so actually on that note, let's go ahead and see how we can become a millionaire in, I think it's like 15 hours a week, because that sounds great.
Sure. Yeah, that's possible.
I make $1 million about every 7 weeks, and I'm only working about 15 hours a week on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Here's what you should do if you want to build $1 million business with very little work, probably like an hour or two a day. This is what you need to focus on, because some of us really only have an hour or two. What's actually important. So if we plan that you only want to work an hour a day, let's say you have a job, let's say you have kids, so an hour a day, 7 hours a week, that's all you got. This is what you're going to do. 80% of your time should be spent driving traffic to your checkout page. So spend 5.5 hours driving traffic to that checkout page. If you have no audience, which a lot of us who are just getting started don't, the best way to generate tons of traffic is to create reels, because reels are shown to non-followers. So reels equals traffic, traffic equals sales. The more reels you publish, the more traffic you're going to attract to your Instagram profile. The more traffic you attract to your profile, the more people will click your link in bio. More people that click your link in bio, the more people will see your checkout page. Obviously, the more people that see your checkout page, the more sales you would make. Now, I create about 40 viral reels in 2 hours. It's really fast. Spend the next 1 hour reviewing how last week's content and checkout page performed. That's how you're going to spend that next hour. Then you've got a final 30 minutes. Spend those 30 minutes making a plan for your next week's content. Now, if you want to see how I batch create all this content, just comment the word batch down below and I'll show you everything that I do.
Okay, I don't know if you're familiar with this person, but for a bit more context, they have basically built their business selling low ticket products through Instagram ads. So I find it horribly ironic that they're telling me I can only work 15 hours a week when they make all of their sales, their $1 million per month, through running Instagram ads. No wonder you're not working, because you're spending, I watched a video where she said she spends like $1.2 million on ads.
Yeah. Which is another great point. I make $17 million every $1 million every 7 weeks. Well, okay. So there's like revenue. And then there's like profit. You know what I mean? Also, you guys, Danielle, fuck, man, I'm getting mad. Okay. You guys, we need to take a cleansing breath. We need to relax. I will tell you that if I sat down with her for 2 seconds, I would completely pull apart everything she just said and be like, what you just said was so nonsensical. Friends, from what you heard, based on what she told you to do, does that sound like 1 hour a day?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
How long did it take you to make your content strategy for, was it even just Q1 of this year?
Oh my God. Yeah. Like 2 days. And then to literally make a week's worth of content takes me a full day just to make like 3 reels.
Yeah.
And maybe a couple TikToks.
Takes me a couple hours. I don't do very much on social media. You'll see my numbers are low because I'm working. I work.
Exactly.
I have a busy, successful business. Who's got time for fucking Instagram?
I also would like to know, did she reach, because she's teaching us, you can make $1 million in 15 hours a week. So regardless of that, Did she make her $1 million only working 15 hours a week? Because I would guess no.
Yeah, absolutely not. And that's the point, because the minute she okay, so the first thing I was like, the very first thing I wrote, not that you can read this, is how, because one thing again, friends, you'll notice they'll say things like, if you want to make $1 million, it took me 4 hours to do reels for 5 days yesterday. Yeah, legit. Yeah. And 4 hours to do reels for like, so 5 days worth of reels in 4 hours, honestly.
Pretty good.
Tell me your fucking secret. I'm swearing so much now, guys. I hope that's okay. Are we gonna get in trouble?
No, we're good.
Okay. So a lot of people will be like, just drive traffic to your website, just drive traffic to your web sales page, just do this, just do that. But they never really actually tell you the how, right? And that's always a big red flag for me. You always, friends, have to ask how. Okay, but how? Okay, but how? Okay, but how? Just keep asking how, and you'll see that things fall apart really quickly, right? So here's the thing. You can expect a what? About a 1 to 2% conversion, right? When you are emailing, or well, I think it's a little bit higher for email, but email, social media, whatever, right? And so the conversion rates of people that see it versus actually purchase is low, right?
Exactly.
And so when people come to me and go, Lindsay, I've been working so hard on my Instagram and I haven't made any sales, or I've gotten 1 sale in 6 months. I'm like, well, you have like 1,000 followers. What's 1% of 1,000, right? like you got 10, you know what I mean? And that, by the way, is if you're selling the right thing, people want it, you're marketing it correctly, you priced it correctly, your visibility strategies are working, right? Your sales pages are working, your sales emails are working, like everything's high converting. Anyways, there's so much to say on what she just said. So you can see why I'm getting stressed out. My other question was, for which business models? Because there are certain business models that do well on Instagram ads and certain that do not, some that don't, right? They rarely offer specific information. That's
exactly that.
You got to pay them for that, right?
But it works for any business, anybody selling anything, anywhere, anytime, any place.
Like if you're selling a low ticket offer on an Instagram ad, which is what this person is probably doing, right? It's just some crappy do what I did.
I bought one once. I bought one of her $7. It was $7. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was like 1,000 Instagram ideas or something. It was a Google Doc of just garbage. This was pre-AI, but it could have been easily just like, oh, post 3 tips on how to X. Yeah. Post what you ate today. Like, I don't know. It was just dumb.
So basic, right? And so her comment too, and I'm curious what your thoughts are on this, Danielle, because you do more e-commerce, but it goes through your YouTube and your TikTok. No, your TikTok, right? It goes through more
my digital products.
Thank you. Yeah. So, when she said that Instagram Reels are a great way to get traffic to your Instagram page, and then to click on the link, and then to click on the sales page, and then to go to the sales page. Now, I want you all to think about how often you scroll on Instagram and TikTok, and you ever actually click off of the scroll to go into somebody's grid. Like, it doesn't happen very often.
No. Then that's like the point with her saying, oh, just post Reels. It's like, okay, so if I post 40 reels or whatever insane number she said, maybe 1 or 2 of them might like go viral. Maybe.
But how many she said she does like 5 viral ones a day or something?
Yeah, it was like, I don't even remember now, but it's just like egregious. Like,
so here's what I will say that I did like about what she had to say was the hyper focus. I do believe that if you're going to pick a strategy, you pick a strategy and you stick to it and you go all in. Don't try to do everything. Show up in one place and go all in. There are businesses that do really well on social media, but generally those are people paying for ads because organic reach on Instagram is abysmal. Mm-hmm. And so if you don't have a giant, active, engaged following, right, with a lot of, like I said, engagement, if you're not spending money on ads, and even if you're spending money on ads, it's still, if you're not spending gazillions on ads, it's very low, right? So I'm not saying not to do it, but just, you got to consider, does my customer make quick impulse purchases from an Instagram reel? And if they don't, then that's probably not where you're going to want to spend your time.
Exactly. It's super specific, I think, to the product. I talked to my partner about this a lot because I sell a $5 bookkeeping spreadsheet, which is a very specific tool that solves a very specific problem for people. Yes. I don't think, like, I have tried other digital products in the past and barely made any sales because they weren't like, this was just like one specific. It filled a very specific need.
Yeah.
And I see too many people offering, quite frankly, like the 1,000 Instagram ideas I paid for crap, where it's just like, I could find that somewhere else for free, or I
Yeah.
could do it myself. I think that there's this misconception that like if you just build a digital product, people will buy it. No, you need an audience that trusts you enough to want to buy from you regardless of the price, but B, it needs to be hyper specific to a specific need in an industry that's demanding a solution to that thing.
Yeah. Literally, I was scrolling once and I was a thing about how to take portrait photography with your iPhone. I was like, oh, this is fun. It's $37. I'm going to buy it. Now, it was a year and a half ago. I still haven't opened it. Yeah. But I was like, again, what did we say earlier? My best version of myself bought that, the ideal version. But yeah, if you build it, they will come. Oh my God. Are you in my, that's what I say all the time. That if you build it, they will come myth. It's a part of a few of my trainings and things, but a lot of people now that quote is old enough that most people don't know where it comes from. Do you know where it comes from?
It's from that baseball movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Angels in the Outfield?
No, Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams.
Close enough.
It's old. It's my dad's favorite movie. He was watching it the other day and he was bawling his face off. Anyways, it's Kevin Costner. He hears this voice from beyond to like plow down his cornfield and build a baseball diamond. And it turns out that like all these baseball players come back and one of them is his father who had passed when he was a kid. And it gets a little emotional, but it is a movie. It's not a business strategy.
It's not real life. It's not a business strategy. That's
Great
so good.
movie. You'll cry. But yeah. The other one too. Yeah, Shoeless Joe. Yes. Because you probably have seen it because there's been clips going around lately. You've all seen that?
I have seen the movie, but this was like many years ago.
Yeah, from the 80s.
Yeah.
But the other thing too, can I just say really quickly, I don't trust anybody that's talking on a podcast where I can't see the host.
Oh my God. Literally, as I was compiling clips for this, there was someone else. I don't think I actually ended up including them, but you could tell by the way they were speaking, like the cadence of their voice, that they weren't actually talking to someone and that they were reading from a script. So I'm like, if you were talking to someone else, you wouldn't be talking like this.
And like really measured. My thing too is like, that is the kind of stuff, as I talk about ick-free sales, ick-free marketing, that stuff gives me the ick. Just be yourself. Why do you got to fake being a podcast? Why do you got to just talk to the camera? What you have to say, if it's good, we'll listen.
Exactly. We don't need your facade of authority. I don't know.
But I feel like I talked a lot. Do you have anything to say on that one?
Not in particular. I think we covered most of my thoughts as well. Just like this particular person never addresses the how she actually got to where she is. It's more so just, oh, now that I'm already here, let me tell you what I do. And if you do it, you'll be successful. It's like,
no. And like you say, there's a lot of, I remember, okay, one more quick anecdote. I remember there was this person when I lived in Toronto who put this like email or post or something out saying how she launched this thing and in 6 months she was making this much money. And I'm like, bitch, I was with you not like tangentially, I was in the same rooms with her 3 and 4 years ago when you were a baby and struggling and nothing was happening. And I'm like, what are you talking about 6 months? You've been doing this for years.
Yeah. It's always like, let me create the best narrative to make you believe the bullshit I'm selling.
Right.
I do want to pull this up. Harrison said, podcast is the best education. And to that, Harrison, I will say this. Where is it? Oh, I thought I added it here. I'll give you this one instead.
Okay.
I was exhausted being a loser. Now I'm exhausted being a winner.
I mean, to be fair, if you're going to be exhausted, I guess you might as well be like crushing life or something.
So there's a gentleman, actually, I think I have one of his videos. We can watch it next. And he was quoted in a video training we watched of his saying that a podcast is the best education you can get. And I'm like, sir, do you know that literally anyone can buy a microphone?
Yeah.
I don't like it here.
There's some scary podcasters out there.
I tell you. Okay.
I just like this: attracting ghosts by building a baseball field isn't a strategy for success in your business. Amen.
So good.
Who wants to get rich?
Yep.
Who in here has $1 million cash in the bank? Raise your hand. I want everybody to look around. Do you see how many hands in here should be up, but that aren't up? I can solve that. I believe all of you are going to get to one day having $1 million cash in the bank. How long do you want it to take? How long are you going to screw around before you finally start taking this shit serious? Because I'm going to tell you something. I was 40 years old. I was in an event like this. I listened. One speaker, one event, one session would change my life. This guy said some stuff that honestly made me rethink my whole life. I rethought my whole life. And you know what I said? I remember going home to Jackie and I said, no more false promises. I'm going to make decisions. I'm going to execute them flawlessly. I'm going to reprogram my mind every day for the rest of my life till I die. And I'm going to freaking make history. We're going to do it together.
That sounds exhausting.
I honestly, it's giving MLM.
Yeah.
It's giving MLM. Has anyone been to an MLM talk before or an MLM conference or?
Definitely watched a few online.
Yeah. I know we follow a lot of the same anti-MLM, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. Oh,
I just had to include that one because that's like classic bro sales tactic mindset.
And it's
you want to be a millionaire?
And then never raise your hand. Do you think he has $1 million in the bank?
Oof. I don't. It's like
he's not giving. I have $1 million in the bank. Nice shorts, Andy.
Yeah. He also always wears a shirt with his last name on the front. I'm just like, guy, get off yourself. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. MLMs aren't legal. Sorry. You're right. Yeah. No, wait. MLMs are legal. Pyramid schemes aren't legal.
Yeah. If pyramid schemes aren't legal, therefore they don't exist.
They don't exist. This isn't one.
Like,
it really was giving like MLM. Like there's a certain I don't know how to say this. There's this certain game that we play with ourselves when we're trying to convince ourselves to do something we don't want to do, where we say no more broken promises, no more excuses, no more being a loser, no more, and then we just still keep doing it, right? And so, I have found that trying to shame people into growth or shame myself into growth or trying to like convince, okay, just like we have to convince someone to buy, if you have to convince something to do something in their best interest, you're going to have to convince them every day. It has to come from something internal. So one of the things that I really, and I work with this so much with new entrepreneurs, I really advise against is being in a business of convincing people. You want to go to the people who already want what you've got.
100%.
And this man's trying to convince these people to make a positive change in their lives. Why? That is exhausting. That's why I feel, because I think we can relate to that exhausted feeling of trying to push, right? What's the like pushing a rope? Like you're trying to put, and it's just like, ugh.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I find this is like very common in this entire genre, let's say, of these like motivational, particularly usually male speakers of, I'm so successful. And who here is successful? None of you? That's because you're all losers.
Yeah.
Now you got to pay me and I'll teach you how to be cool like me. And I think it works for a very specific subset of the population. I am not one of the target audience for this type of delivery.
And just like the emotional manipulation, his tone of voice.
Exactly.
He gets low and he gets, loud and he gets aggressive. And then he get, like, it's just that, he's probably doing a lot of this. Like that, like
exactly. Yeah, there was a comment here from Harrison. He said, this is the same guy who said he would fire you if you didn't have a six-pack. Just for a little bit more context, that was in the video that we watched last time as well.
Also, like, can I just say, I don't know, man. I feel like if I go to like, and this is just me being funny. I know I'm being judgmental right now. But if I walk into a room about how I'm going to get $1 million in the bank and it's a dude in a t-shirt and like short shorts and like, I don't know, like with his little tiny whiteboard, his little tiny marker, it's giving MLM. I'm sorry. It's giving like
smoke and mirrors, maybe.
Right? Like, or like real estate, investment at the hotel by the airport, like.
Exactly. Yeah, Monica, it's a lot of word salad. 1000%. Okay.
And you know what is so funny though is, I don't know, I do think sometimes people like that deep down genuinely do want to help people. Like, or is it just a grift? I don't know. Maybe I'm being naive, but I do think there's a lot of people that do want to help people. I just think that they're weird about it.
I think in this particular case, maybe not so much. It's more
Yeah.
focused on like, how can I get this to benefit me? But there are definitely specifically in like the girl boss coaches coaching coaches. I do think a lot of those people start with good intentions and kind of just get like brainwashed
Mhm.
into a cult basically where they don't realize they're being manipulative in their like the way that they present their programs and stuff. But yeah, definitely something that I've spent a lot of time thinking about and I still don't really have a definitive answer on.
Yikes. Yikes. Wait, what is it Jim Lesson?
That's
Jim
Harrison.
Harrison? So you said downline. So is he in an MLM then?
No, that's just what that's what we reference anyone who
Okay.
buys into someone's coaching.
All right. You guys
program.
gotta teach me your verbiage. Teach me your ways.
They're
Yeah.
all downline.
But that's the thing. It's like, because someone talked about the motivational speakers being aggressive. Yeah, I agree. And they can be annoying. I don't want to throw the baby with the bathwater, right? Like, I think there are people that genuinely, they feel inspired to make a positive impact. They feel inspired to motivate others. I think, again, we just have to watch when we're being manipulated.
Exactly. Practice discernment. Think about the person's intention. Like I always say, what does this person have to gain from getting you to believe that what they're saying is true?
Yeah.
And if it's, $10,000 for their program, maybe be cautious.
Yeah. I remember going to this like conference thing years ago. And it was really fun until it turned into a giant sales pitch. And I remember the night before they were talking about like, if you believe in yourself, you have to like invest in yourself, and you have to like, if you want to make $10,000, you got to spend $10,000. And then the next morning in the morning session, guess what? Buy our mastermind. It's $10,000. And I was like, oh, that's so gross, you guys.
Count me out.
You start to plot it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, wow. Hang on. He's not one of them. He got convicted of fraud at his car dealership and snitched on his business partners to avoid jail time. Never meet your heroes. Dang.
Yeah. There's a lot of lore here that could be unpacked.
I don't know who this guy is at all. Oh my God. Give me the tea. Spill it. What else is out there? Pay to play. Yeah. Pay to play. Yeah.
I hate it. Okay, let me pull up the wheel of I don't even know. Chaos. Okay, this one we did. So
yeah, William was like, I'm not investing with someone. Oh, it's gone. But basically who's flashing their money. Exactly. When someone is flashing their cash. Yeah.
Run away.
Yeah. Trust me, bro. Not all. Oh!
Remote sales. Oh, I think this is our girl again.
Oh God. Okay, hang on. Let me take a couple of deep breaths.
Yeah, brace yourself. Or this might be a different one, actually. This might be the one that someone sent to me. Oh, there's just so much great content. I can't remember what's what. Oh, yeah, it's somebody else. Here we go.
Alrighty.
Pretty privilege is real, but the girls have not been using it correctly. Rather than getting a man to buy you a drink at the bar or take you on nice trips, what if I told you that you could afford all the luxuries in life just by yapping on the phone? There is this new opportunity that has been making so many women over 6 figures a year, and all it requires is a cell phone and the ability to connect with another human being. As women, that comes natural. Being able to convince other people to take your advice, you can literally be compensated for it. So there are these education companies that offer mentorship consulting services. They have a ton of people that want to buy their services, but they don't have the time to talk to all the hundreds of thousands of people. So they hire women like us to talk to those people, answer a couple of questions, close a deal, and collect a commission. Our sales calls take anywhere between like 30 to 45 minutes, but in that time span, you could make like $500 to $1,000 in commission. It's all online, completely remote. You get to choose your own schedule, choose when you want to make money, and choose where you want to make money. This is what I chose today. So yeah, babe, use your pretty face and your sexy voice to make millions, not chase a man with millions.
Duh, guys. Obviously. Be pretty and you can be rich too. Duh.
At first I thought she was talking about like sex work at first.
Nope.
And then I was like, oh, it's cold calling. But then it's with video?
So it's like, you know how coaches will have their webinar, and then at the end of the webinar, you book a call to sign
Mhm.
up for their mastermind. She would be the closer getting you into the mastermind. So like Jay Shetty, for example, has like a life coaching
Yeah.
certification. You watch his webinar about why you should become a life coach. And then at the end, you sign up for a call to join his life coach school. She could be one of the closers that's getting you to sign up for the life coaching certification.
And so it's a video call, I'm guessing. Yeah, I guess everything's kind of video call these days.
Yeah.
And she's saying, "You want to join my coaching program? Let's do it." Like,
Yeah. So it depends, like, who she could be working for the last guy who's, you know, has like that male targeted demographic,
yeah.
maybe. Not to make generalizations, but you guys
Yeah.
catch my drift.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say again. Sex work is real work, right? And so to me what she basically was implying was sex work there. And I know people that they are like telephone operators for OnlyFans models, right? So the models don't talk to people. They talk to people, they pretend that they're the model.
Oh,
Right?
interesting.
Yeah. And it's an incredibly exploitative industry. It really is, I think, preying on vulnerable people, you know, who are maybe dealing with some mental health stuff. Maybe they're just really desperate to connect. They're lonely. And I remember she was really proud that she got this one guy to spend like 50 grand with her. I don't know. A lot of people that have 50 grand just sitting around that's calling into OnlyFans and think that they're talking to the model. I think that's particularly harmful. So I don't know. I think that sex work is work, but I think there's also a point where we are using people's loneliness against them to profit. I don't know. I think the whole thing's kind of icky.
I think, like, even aside from that, if we take out like the sex work aspect and we just think of like a regular coaching program and these like high ticket closers, I'm
Yeah.
thinking of a particular example. There was a woman I spoke with on this channel who was autistic, and she was sharing her experience about watching a webinar, signing up for a call, thinking she was interested in this program,
Yeah.
thinking she was going to be speaking with the woman who was hosting the webinar, getting on the sales call, realizing, oh, this is just like a sales closer that the woman had hired to do the sales calls. So first of all, it was kind of like, oh, that's off-putting. I wanted to talk to whatever, Jane Doe. I thought I was going to be talking to her, but whatever. Then as this closer is going on explaining the program, the woman was like, wait a minute. This isn't even what I need help with. But again, she was autistic and she didn't really know how to communicate that, like, I don't want to be doing this. Eventually ended up getting manipulated, convinced that
Yeah.
the program was the right fit for her, signed up $6,000 later,
Yeah.
entered the program. What do you know? Had nothing to do with what she was trying to build,
Yeah.
and then was out all this money because the high ticket closer was incentivized by commission, much like the woman said in this video. They're much less likely to decipher whether or not you actually are a good fit for the program, in my opinion, because they want to close that sale and make whatever their $1,000 commission off the $6,000, right? So I think that part of it is also really icky.
Yeah, because I'm looking forward to the days that I got people that can come on and help me with my sales calls and do sales calls with me. But there's going to be training, there's going to be ethics, there's going to be like, I think that's the difference. And whether, well, I mean, there's many differences, but whether a company or a program hires a closer or not, because there can be a lot of ethical closers, right?
For sure.
I think it's more so that, like you say, there's the motivation. Okay, so like how I talk about sales is you have to prioritize your customers' needs, not your sales goals. Right? And so this is the wrong fit for the customer. No, we don't take their money, right? And there's a lot of people that do not care. Their sales goal is the priority, not the customer's needs. It's a very like dehumanizing process. So again, hey, listen, if you're great at sales and you want to get a job where you're a closer for a company you believe in, go to town. I always tell people whenever I got people who are good at sales, I'm like, you could have any job you want. If you're good at sales, you will be hired, right?
Exactly.
But I mean, listen, y'all do whatever you want, but I'm not about to be doing something that feels unethical and takes advantage and harms people, right? Where I get kind of like upset with, not upset, but just a little bit grossed out, I guess, is how she's positioning it as if you're pretty and you have a good voice, you can do this. Like that, I don't understand. But I mean, I understand why she's doing it. But it's like, yeah, or just, be passionate about what you're selling. I don't know. It feels like you're mixing two different things. What's the point?
Exactly.
That's why I'm saying it, in my perspective, it's sex work that she's promoting, because she's attaching it to being pretty and having a sexy voice and being able to use it as a weapon to get what you want,
Yeah. And I guess to our like initial point with the first video we watched, at least she's being honest, maybe.
Yeah.
Like she's openly explaining that that's the privilege that she has, the advantage that she has to make a lot of money. So I'll give her
Yeah.
credit, but I'm confused.
I'm confused. And it gives sales a bad name, guys. This is why when I talk about ick-free selling, right? Like people are so grossed out because they see that kind of stuff and they think that's what they have to do.
Exactly.
And it's like, no.
There
I
are
love
better ways.
From Amy, I think it'd be easier to just get a rich man at this point. Oh my gosh. Honestly,
Is there
probably.
a masterclass on finding a sugar daddy?
Probably. Yeah. I've had friends that have, like when I was younger, that's what they had. They had sugar daddies, and it worked for them. What was that?
I was just like, with the internet now, I'm sure there's probably it's probably out there for you.
Man,
I'm not gonna look for it.
If I had nice feet, I'd be all over those feet pictures.
Yeah.
Want pictures of my feet? Here you go. But I have weird feet. My big toe is really big, and so it's underneath my other. It's weird. I gotta find somebody with a freaky weird foot fetish. Probably.
Honestly, there's different strokes for different folks. Everyone's got something. Okay, guys, let's see what's next. Oh, it's our girl.
Let's do it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So this one is her explaining how to sell to someone who has a big ego.
Oh.
How to like overcome their ego.
It is Halloween and y'all are gonna see some scary shit, but nothing compares to the egotistical narcissist client on a sales call. That's some scary shit. So
first of all, I love that we are labeling our clients in this way. I just want to start off by saying that.
Dehumanizing. Just so dehumanizing.
Let's learn how to weaponize their pride in order to close the deal. There are 3 steps to take them from walking all over you to here's my freaking credit card. The very first thing you want to do is put yourself on the same side as them and kind of stroke their ego. Because they're going to try to take control of the call. They're going to try to steal it from you. I'm in sales. I know what you're doing. I'm busy. Can we just cut to the chase? I want to answer a bunch of questions. I just want to know how much it is. Yeah, that's some scary shit. So what you're going to do is you're going to give the whiny baby what he wants. Oh, let's freaking go. Yeah, normally I have to walk people through like A to Z every single detail. But since you're a little bit farther along than the beginners and you're more aligned with the top performers, I'll just condense our conversation a little bit to save both of us time. So tell me a little bit more about blank. And you just literally get right back into the call. Y'all, if they ask you for the price, do not give them the price you literally just said. I'm glad you want to cut to the chase. I love that about you. You're very motivated, driven, ready to go. You labeled that. The only thing is we have so many different packages ranging from 5K all the way up to 20K. So I'm sure you can imagine like how vastly different they are. So in order to recommend one, I would just need to know a little bit more about blank. You just basically take control back of the conversation. And number 2, while you're actually selling them, you don't create a lot of pain in their current situation because they think that their shit doesn't stink. So they're going to be like, well, we're doing pretty good over here. Maybe I should just wait. So what you need to do is you sell the opportunity cost of their potential because they have ego. Weaponize it, use it. Oh, you guys are doing so amazing. How much better could you be if you just had the right systems? Number 3, a lot of the egotistical narcissist buyers are also logical buyers, not emotional buyers. So don't rely on emotional rapport building and creating the pain. Use data, use numbers, use logic because they know the data doesn't lie. They're going to look at you and think this is a little sales girl that's trying to sell me. But when they look at the actual numbers, they're like, oh shit. And this is a bonus because you can use data collection as a chance for them to coach you. Egotistical people love to teach you something. It's so annoying, but just use it because you can walk away with a commission if you do it right. I mean, you're definitely the type of owner who knows every single number. So take me through your last 3 months of revenue numbers. You guys are killing it, don't get me wrong, but when we look at some of the competitors, like, why do you think their revenue numbers are a little higher? Like, what do you think they're doing that you're not? Because their fulfillment's probably half as good as your guys'. Like, always be boosting them up. And remember that they're never the problem. The system is the problem. So get on the same side as, like, fixing the system. And always remember that as a woman, you're the neck, the man is the head. So let him think that it's his decision, even though you were the one steering the entire call. Okay, love you. Bye. Gotta go put on a little Halloween costume.
Golly.
Oh no. Much like Aaron's comment here. Ego selling ego. That's what I was thinking the whole time. Oh. Painful.
I mean, this report on data at least makes sense. It doesn't. I'm going to tell you why. Sorry. I mean, that's a great point, William. But like, again, okay, listen, I'm not about to sit here and tell people how to run a business. If you do not give a shit about your clients and who you work with and who works through your system, you don't care. You're only interested in making money off of them.
Do this.
What is it? You know what I mean? Fine, right? Again, because there are people who won't work with me because they don't like an ethical approach to selling. They don't like an ethical approach to marketing. They don't care. They want to make multiple millions of dollars a year and they don't care how they make it, right? I'm not going to say, hey, you can't do that. You do you, right? You do you. Everyone has a hand for every glove. There'll be people that will purchase your thing because they think the way that you think. So there are people that will buy from this person and work with them because they think the way that she thinks.
Yeah.
Fair enough, right? In my reality, that's not a vibe I want to exist in or create.
Agreed.
Like that is fucking terrible. Okay. First of all, everything I didn't write very many notes. She's so gross. Anyways. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I always forget this is public and you have an audience that I don't have.
Redact.
Okay.
I redact that.
I redact
statement.
that. Those tactics are
Yes.
as old as time. I was hearing about those tactics when I was 10 years old and 13 years old and 16 years old. Though, and I'm older now, guys. Like those are old tactics, right? And I'm not going to say, I do take that back. I don't know who she is, whatever. But those tactics are gross, all right? That way of talking about people is gross. That way
so dehumanizing, like you said earlier. Just weaponize it against them.
What? But there's also people that love the game, right? And here's the thing. I love the game. I love the hustle, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to do something unethical, right? But it's like, if I've got someone and they're going, I'm trying to think I was kind of playing through what I would say in those situations. They were like, Lindsay, just tell me the price. Tell me how it works. I'd be like, you got it. I'm not going to fight. I don't fight people. I'm not going to fight you. Okay, great. It costs this much. This is what we'll do. And if they're like, no, it's not for me, guys, I got a lot of people to talk to. Okay, no problem. Do you want to stay connected? Do you want us to reach back out? Do you want to like be on the email list? So in case you change your mind, yes, no, great. Like, I don't really fight hard with people that don't want to be here.
Yes.
To that point of like, and like, if someone talks to me in a way that's disrespectful, and I've had calls like that where I just sit there like this. Yeah. Anyways, I think we're going to wrap it up. Like, I don't talk to people that to talk in a disrespectful way to me. But that whole emotional, you don't make emotional decisions. You make logical ones. No, we don't. We are human beings, friends. We are all human beings. We're all humans. We all have the same human brains that have evolved over millennia. Okay. So we make emotional decisions and we use logic to rationalize the emotional decisions. So
For sure.
In that example, whether it's true or not, that person was still making an emotional decision, right? It wasn't a logical one, because a logical one, you wouldn't come in hot like that. Like that's not somebody who's in a logical point of frame of mind. That's an emotional frame of mind to come in hot at someone like that, right? So don't confuse somebody's abruptness, rudeness, aggressiveness, whatever. Don't confuse that with logic. That's just a different emotion. What do we say that men don't think they have emotions because they've been convinced that anger isn't an emotion? Like, yes, that's still emotion. It's just a different emotion, right? I don't know, man. I feel bad. I shouldn't talk poorly about this person. I literally don't even know who they are. But like, just ew.
Exactly. And so I did a video with this person in it during the 12 days of Coachmas. And one of the comments on that video said basically the exact same thing as you, as like, these are sales tactics from like the 90s, just being repackaged with a white girl with big boobs,
Yeah.
acting like she invented this strategy. So
Yeah, like acting like this is something new. And it's even before the 90s. This is from like the 60s and 50s. I'm sure. Like, this is old.
Tale
What-
as old as time.
Literally. At least she doesn't use sob stories. Yeah.
Yeah. Seen a few too many of those.
Reasons is the slave of the reason is the slave of the passions. Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Exactly that. Okay, let's see what fun is next in store.
Also, friends, if I say anything that you disagree with, please let me know, because I love looking at things from different perspectives and seeing things that I'm missing. Make more money.
I love it, guys. We are here to get rich. That is the only goal for today.
Money, I don't call it money anymore. I call it fuel units.
Fuel what?
Fuel units.
Fuel units.
I am here to collect my fuel units.
I mean, hey, I'll take it. That's kind of fun.
Okay. Oh, we got another
You
sales.
don't deserve anything more than what's already in your bank account. But should you make more money? Yes. Are you capable of making more money? Yes. But the reason you are in whatever current financial situation you are in is based on your decisions. You will never be able to out-earn your decision-making skills. So if you do want to make more money in 2026, you have to stop acting the way you were acting last year. Stop viewing every new opportunity as a scam. What's a scam is the fact that you are still working a job hoping to get a $1 raise every 6 months. Or 2, stop investing your money in looking rich and start investing your money into actually learning how to become rich, such as learning any high income skill that's going to make you smarter and more valuable to the marketplace and more money. Number 3.
How much do we want to guess she sells her own education?
Stop
Obviously,
thinking
why would
that
she
trying
just say
something
this
new is
good of it?
embarrassing, or you're afraid that people will laugh at you for trying. What is laughable and embarrassing is actually not trying anything at all and having your life look the exact same year after year after year. Changing your financial situation is going to require you changing the way that you think and the way that you behave. And I hate the fact that we grew up thinking change is scary when in fact staying the same is what's really scary.
Okay.
She almost had me and then she lost me.
No, but then she kind of got me again. But yeah, the not all scams part, that's where she lost me. Also, I like that she's throwing fake money. Alexis, good catch. Yeah, okay, listen, I don't fundamentally disagree with a lot of the things that she said. I will say that I'm getting old, guys, and I have a hard time taking young people, like really young people, giving life advice and money advice seriously, because I know they haven't learned those lessons yet. That's something that's being regurgitated, that they've
Yes.
probably seen somewhere else. And they're using social media as a way to grow their whatever clout, Again, I don't disagree with it, because you know what? She's hustling. There's something that she's connected with. She's hustling. She's talking about it. I get it. Like, I don't disagree. And the world today, everybody wants to be a social media star, and that's the world we live in. And fine, go off. If you can do it, right? But it's when she said, don't see everything as a scam, boom, right there, because she wants you to buy something. She's trying to disarm you, right?
She's priming you for the sale, baby.
Priming you for the sale, disarming you, trying to get you to not, like, there's this thing that manipulators do where it's like, it's gaslighting, I guess is what you would call it. They're basically trying to get you to not believe your own inner voice or your instincts. They're trying to get you to not believe yourself by doing those kinds of things.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, my whole brain just went blank. They're like, they want to sort of set the picture, set the frame of like, this is what's true. Because if you fall within their confines of what is true, you're much more susceptible to then buy into whatever the next thing is that they're going to convince you, right? It's like how cults are formed.
Yeah, like literally. But I do agree with like you're where you're at now because of decisions you've made. And again, like, what is the financial situations are complex from space pastry. I'm trying to get my words out fast. My brain is working faster than I can speak. Anyways, to our earlier point, right? Like, I just want it, so therefore I should be able to have it. Like, things are complex, but I do agree that there are a lot of places where our decisions is what is creating our situation. And if you want things to be different, you have to do things differently. And I
sure.
do know a lot of people, myself included in some stages of life where it's the same every year. I'm in the same situation every year, right? Because change can be slow at first, right? And there can be a lot sometimes going on in our lives where we don't have the capacity to make big changes because we're kind of in a survival mode. And then all of a sudden, run of it and boom, things, we have a big jump up in our own personal evolution. So I do think that is worth considering. I'd love to know what books she's been reading, right? Go read
Yes.
some good books,
Great point. I'm always laughing. So I don't know if you're familiar with this like lore of my story, but I was a 26-year-old life coach.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And so much to your point, a lot of what I would post at that time was like things that I read in a book or heard on a podcast or whatever. And it's like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And I've lived it. So
but this was my point earlier, which is I don't think people fundamentally have a malicious intent. I do think that there's something that they hear that resonates and gets through for them, and they want to share it with the world. And I think that's wonderful. Right. And I'm never going to, poop on somebody who's trying to better their lives while bettering other people's lives. Right.
For sure.
But like you said, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And the older you get and you're like, oh, this is, I learned this when I was 21 too. Like,
exactly.
But that's not reading something in a book is not the same as lived experience and the actual climbing out of the pits of hell that everyone has to go through. Then that's where that real learning and experience can come from.
I also think it's important to note that like good intentions don't suddenly exonerate you from causing harm as well. So it's like, I can think that I'm doing good, but if I'm not, then that's something to be.
To the health coach we were talking about earlier.
Exactly.
There was someone that had mentioned they were a naturopathic doctor and they had said that they see that a lot and it really freaks them out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Priming. Yeah, that's right.
Moving on. What's next?
Let's do it.
There's one person that I had a few videos and we haven't seen any of them, so maybe he'll pop up. Okay, here we go. I manifested this, guys, so you're welcome.
I wanted it really, really bad.
Harrison, if you're still here, this is one of your favorites, so brace yourself.
If you can do content, you can do DMs, and you can do sales, you can build a business that does $100,000 a month. Even if you sucked ass at delivery, you can just sell a bunch of people a shitty product. And if you're good at sales and you have a good audience, you could still market, DM, and sell yourself to $100,000 a month. You're going to get a bad reputation in the industry. Wes Watson does it though. He's still here.
Again, listen, if you don't give a shit, go for it. Nobody is stopping you.
Exactly. I can't believe we've resorted to saying the quiet part out loud.
Yep, literally, literally.
We have devolved to the point where we're just going to let you know I'm selling bullshit.
Do you think that because that is happening a lot right now, the quiet part is being said. Do you think people know that they're saying the quiet part out loud?
I don't think so, because you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. Right?
I think they've gone so far down the rabbit hole that you know what I mean? Like they think that that's, oh my God.
Scary.
Listen, what did I say? If you're good at sales, you can sell. Selling is easy. People think selling is hard. It's not hard. It's easy once you learn how to sell. But do you want to be able to look yourself in the mirror?
Exactly.
Do you want, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know, man, I just feel like that has a toll on a person.
Yeah. Like mentally, on your psyche, on your moral compass.
Yeah.
On your ability to sleep at night.
Oh my God. What's great? I forget. Harrison? Yeah. Is that Harrison, right? Yeah. Oh my God. Are you on there?
Okay, she's actually not, but I might be able to find something on my desktop because I do usually keep like a folder somewhere. So maybe at the end we can pull up one of
See,
those.
this is I'm of that age where there was no social media when I was coming up. So
Right.
luckily none of that stuff is there. But man, oh man, I've done some I look at like early like Instagram. Oh, I was cringe.
Exactly. Facebook memories like ruins me every day. I'm
Oh,
like, fuck.
absolutely not. Straight to jail.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's see. What do we got? We're getting to the bottom of the barrel. Okay, this one has been trying to pop up this whole
Okay,
time.
let's see. I've been waiting for this one.
Yeah. Now it's time. So this is like a bit of a throwback to the sort of like origins of my channel, I suppose, where I was mostly talking about, you know, the whole insidious coaches coaching other coaches and a lot of these predatory people selling the dream without being able to deliver on the promise. So I'm really curious to hear your take on this because they've heard mine a million times over.
Why are people surprised when they have a negative experience in the coaching industry? Negative experiences in any industry, in any business, is incredibly normal. There's good plumbers and bad plumbers, good hairstylists and bad hairstylists. There are going to be bad people in every single industry. That doesn't mean that you still can't do business within that industry. You still go to a nail salon even if you had a bad experience at one. It's so important that we don't create this all or nothing in the coaching industry when the coaching industry has done so much good for so many people. For me, it healed my chronic illnesses issues. It helped me have better relationships. It's helped me heal my trauma. It's helped me grow a business. The coaching industry is life-changing, even if there's a few bad apples in the bunch.
Okay.
Initial
First
thoughts?
of all, if we ever do this again, can we please have a drinking game whenever we see boobs in our face?
Everybody take a shot.
Oh, 2 shots, 2 boobs. Okay, so what is she selling?
So she is a coach that coaches other coaches on how to have a coaching business.
Yeah, obviously, right? So again, I'm going to come back to what I said earlier, by the way. Like, if you've got to convince people to buy your thing, you probably don't have something that's worth buying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you working so hard to convince people that what you're doing is worthy and is worthwhile?
Yeah. Yeah. The energy I'm getting is immediately defensive. First of all.
Yeah.
I think that what she said isn't necessarily untrue. Again, lots of half-truths in a lot of the content we see. My first problem with what she said is that she's essentially normalizing people providing bad service.
Mhm.
Like, why are we complaining when we pay for a coach and we don't have a good experience?
Yeah.
Because I paid for the coach. I should be having a good experience. Like, why are we normalizing not getting what you paid for?
Okay. Counter.
Yes.
Because if we were to say plumbers,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a valid point. I had a negative experience with a plumber. So now the next plumber goes, yeah, but do you know how to plumb? No, I don't. Know how to plumb? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Anyway, but I do. So do you want to try again? Right? Like, so no single coach can take responsibility for bad coaches. So, like I do get what she's saying there.
Yes. And so I'm not disagreeing with that point. I do agree with like, okay, you have a bad experience, you continue. It's the way she phrases it in the beginning to say, why are we normalizing? I'll replay the beginning of the video, just the first 10 seconds. Because it's the way she says it that to me is excusing bad actors.
Why are people surprised when they have a negative experience in the coaching industry?
Like, I think in any industry, you should be surprised.
Okay.
If I have a bad experience with a plumber, I should also be surprised because I paid him to fix my toilet.
Literally. Yeah. Okay. So how would I say that? I would say if you've had a bad experience with a coach before, I can understand that. When we are desperate to want to get help and someone's got a real slick marketing and sales pitch, it's easy to see past to if they're good or not. So here's some things to look for to know if you're getting somebody who's good.
Yes.
So like that would have been a really cool approach to that really acknowledges and affirms that because I talk about that with people. So I'm not a coach, right? But the people that I work with have worked with coaches who have taken their money and not been very good, right? Or they've
Yes.
worked with web developers who've taken their money and ghosted them, or they've worked with copywriters for sales pages and the sales pages are garbage. I've done some of those things as well, right? Like, oh God, I remember getting this person to make me sales pages and they were horrendous. They were so bad. Oh, I was so upset that I wasted thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Right? But that's a part of life. Like we spend money, we don't get what we wanted. That happens, right? Anyway, so I know what that's like to have to get to say to somebody, but we have to try again because you don't know how to do it yourself. And that's not what you're paid to do. You're not paid to build sales pages. You're paid to, be a powerlifting coach, right? And so yeah, like I do think it's an important conversation, but I do think that it would be better if it was from that perspective of like, that's shitty. It does happen to a lot of people. So it is normal in that sense that does happen. And it's not something you necessarily did wrong. Here's how we can take that lesson and learn from it,
Exactly. Yeah. I think for me, it's just the framing.
Yeah.
The way, for a little bit more context on this particular person, she was under fire a year or two ago for like allegedly under delivering from like past clients. So I think maybe it's coming from that place of defensiveness.
Yeah.
As well of like, well, why would you expect me to give you what you wanted when you paid me money? But
also, can I say really quickly, just because I'm gonna walk back my statement about the drinking game. I feel bad. I don't want to make it that I'm shaming people's bodies. It's a really obvious thing,
Yes.
when people are using certain, and all genders do it, they are using certain parts of their body to appeal and to sell. But again, is that wrong? I don't think that's wrong.
Andy in his short shorts.
Right? Yeah. I just think sometimes it feels like it's pandering, like it's so obvious.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that? Because I don't want to shame. It's not wrong or bad. I always just think, oh, that's so obvious though.
Yeah, I think it depends on the person. So I don't know. I don't watch enough of this particular individual's content to know if it's like common that they dress like that. Whereas like the saleswoman is always in her bikini, basically.
Yeah.
I know like even as a creator myself, there are like certain shirts I have that are lower cut. And if I go to film a video, I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to change. Cause like, I don't want like, so I don't know if sometimes it just like happens by accident because you happen to be wearing something, but definitely. Yeah.
I remember on TikTok, it was going around a while, at least on my algorithm. And it was like, am I flaunting my boobs or do I just have big boobs? Right.
Exactly.
And that's why I was like, I'm going to walk back what I said because I don't want it to be like a shamey thing. I'm always on the lookout for manipulation.
Yes. Yes. And this is my form of manipulation to Harrison's point.
With Danielle, yeah.
I just flaunt my dog to collect super chats. He's like, so it's raining a lot, everyone here in Vancouver today.
Yeah.
And we went for a walk like 2 hours ago and he's still soaked. Anyway.
It is pouring today. It's so gross out there this morning.
I had to change my pants because they were soaked.
I was putting on my hoodie that I had worn outside, and I changed that to my same, and it was like just like this. I was like,
saturated. Canada problems, let me tell you. Yes, Aaron, I think you're right. I think it makes the pretty privilege more obvious for sure.
But here's the thing, like I have said before to people, like if you're comfortable using your pretty privilege, go use your pretty like it's not necessarily, I don't think, a bad thing.
No, I think for me, it's just kind of annoying when they don't ever address it.
Yeah.
When they frame it as like, oh, I did XYZ, and now if you just follow my formula, you can do it too, without ever acknowledging the purpose they do have.
And you get that kind of like obvious, like where they're like leaning down into their camera to talk to you. And it's
exactly.
Just, I don't know. Sometimes I just think, again, I'm a prude. I know I'm a prude. I know. But it's just like, I don't know. Do we have to always see your inner, most intimate parts of your body?
But also, I kind of equate it to the people that talk about, their bank account balance or whatever. Doesn't your thing sell itself? Why do we have to use these gimmicks to help us?
Gimmicks.
Get there. Frustrating.
It's a complicated, nuanced topic, friends. There's no easy answer.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah,
no. We're trying our best, okay?
Trying our best. You're getting real-time processing from Lindsay today.
Ooh,
Oh,
this sounds
yes!
good.
Let's do it.
Go.
I love income claims.
Yes, $1,200 in 30 minutes. That's like the dream. Okay. Or
I'm
is
so
it a
curious.
nightmare?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, if you
okay,
have a
here we go.
30-minute sales call and you sell
I
1,200.
am honestly living the dream. It is Monday afternoon and I'm in Cabo. Nobody's son is funding my lifestyle. I get to
This
choose
person
my
again.
work schedule.
Yes.
I make $30,000 a month on average. The number one question that I always get is, what do you do? I am a remote closer, meaning I take sales calls for education companies. And I only talk to people that actually want to buy from me. So I don't have to do any marketing. I don't have to do any hard selling. I don't have to be an annoying salesperson or do any sort of cold calling or outreach. I literally only talk to leads that already want to buy what I'm selling. To be honest, as long as you are a decent looking girl, you could make a minimum of $10,000 a month as a remote closer. I made $100K in my first 6 months as a remote closer with no prior sales experience. This Sunday, I'm going to spill the tea on how I went from being enslaved to a 9-to-5 job, literally hating my life, to being able to work anywhere in the world. If you want to learn more, just DM me the word remote and I will send you the link.
Guys, put the word BS in the chat if you want to take my class on how to not fall for these scammers.
Enslaved. She called herself enslaved because she had a 9-to-5. Do you know when people are desperate for a 9-to-5 right now?
Oh my
Like,
God. The unemployment rate in Canada just hit like 7%. So
Jesus. I was enslaved.
I think
Oh,
that could be like a whole conversation in itself. I saw someone on Threads post about that too. And I mean, when I first left my 9-to-5 job like 8 years ago, I was, peddling that narrative too.
yeah.
And now it's like, no, a 9-to-5 ain't so bad,
Mhm.
regular income. I got benefits.
Right.
I could,
You left the
paid
job at
time off.
home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paid time off. Well, yeah, and there's many times where I'll even talk to people who it's like, I don't think entrepreneurship is the path for you. I just don't think it is. I think go get a job and do what you were going to do as an entrepreneur. Do it as a hobby. Do it as a passion.
Exactly.
And
A
have
little
that
side
stable income,
project.
right? Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I feel like as a society, we are regressing.
That's what I
You're
mean,
onto something.
pastry, right? When I said about we're saying the quiet part out loud now. Like, I don't think people even know what they're doing anymore.
No. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Cries in American. Help.
I like that's like also what do they say now, which is decent looking. If you're a girl, and she's saying girl, she's not even saying woman, is she? She's saying girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I think her target audience is like women that are like in their early 20s. So they might identify with girl.
But yeah, now you just have to be decent looking. You don't even have to be hot, guys. You just have to be decent looking.
Decent looking. But also I'm like, okay, so she said she sells for education companies. What are we educating on?
This is what I'm saying.
I'm back on your side with the whole OF speculation because something's not adding up here.
Because but okay, again, and I know we're just kind of picking fun at her now, but like when she's like they want what we're selling. I don't have to, and it's like, well, but I'm thinking about what you said about that person who didn't want it.
Exactly.
But they were manipulated and coerced into it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, because I might pre-qualify myself to get on a sales call with you, but that doesn't mean that I'm actually qualified to buy. I just ended up here because I thought I was, and I wanted more information.
And I signed up. Yeah.
Exactly.
And to Alexa's point, okay, so she sells to someone who wants to buy because someone is working to provide her with buyers. Exactly. She has a job so it's not like it's a business. She's saying it's still a job. It's just I can work when I want, where I want. But that isn't necessarily entirely true either, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because you're like a contractor for somebody else.
You have to be I'm guessing during working hours.
I would assume. I mean, I always make this comment to Pablo, like, yes, I'm self-employed, but I'm still at the mercy of like what my clients need from me. If they have a deadline, then I have to work this week because I need to finish this video by tomorrow. Like.
Exactly. But again, listen, I don't think it's a terrible job. I think if it's a job that you enjoy, go do it. Right? Yeah. What is this super chat? Is that like an actual thing or what is that?
Oh yeah. Super chat BS. He dropped BS in the chat. Okay, to this, I will give you this soundbite.
You can buy status by just like spending money to be around these people and then just being a cool person.
Power by association, that's called.
Exactly. Also, Harrison, I want to leave you with this one reminder.
Have you really got that you are God?
You are God. Don't forget it. So all of these sound bites, just for more context, are from previous live streams.
I love
I'll
that.
clip them from people saying crazy shit.
Crazy. Don't forget, you are God.
Oh my God. Okay, Suzanne, this is a really great point too.
Yeah.
Suzanne says, do they know they're getting on a sales call or do they think they're getting on a breakthrough session or some free thing? I cannot tell you the number of times that Danielle of 2016 got on a clarity call or
Mhm.
whatever they want to call it, only to realize I was being pitched to for
Yeah.
thousands of dollars. Great point.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
And then
I remember-
again, if it's like if we're incentivized by closing the
Mhm.
sale, we might get those people that aren't a great fit.
And that's the because I mean, I guess there's some like what if they're selling education, so it's probably like a course.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
it's not like
thinking.
you're not working with somebody. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, like a
I-
course or a certification.
I remember going, oh yeah. Like is it like a coaching course? Is this like
Probably.
what's her name? The Brooke Castillo type?
Yeah, exactly. I would
yeah.
guess.
Yeah. I remember going on a call with this guy once because I was interested in his services. And so again, gosh, I've been doing this for so long, I can sniff it out a mile away, right? And I know the questions to ask. And a lot of those questions are going to be rooted in how. I want to know the how. If you don't have a how, anyone can make promises, right? And I remember like every time I would ask him a question, he kept saying, well, that's what you have to pay me for. Well, that's what you got to pay me for. And I was like, but you've not shown me that you can actually do what you're promising you could do.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's a no for me, but thank you.
For me, dog.
Exactly. Okay, guys, we're almost at the end. We've got just a handful more to go.
Education. I like the air quotes on education there.
Yeah. Okay, this one.
Lacking habits.
Interested to hear your take on this one. This one, again, I don't think he's entirely not saying something that's accurate. However, I do think we are leaving important parts of the puzzle out of the conversation.
My business has generated over $40 million in the last 7 years, so I know a two or thing about success. And let me tell you what I believe to be the secret ingredient, the secret sauce, the thing that most people overlook, that if you do this one thing right, oh baby, you make money. And it's not just one thing, okay? It's a combination of the things. And it's a combination of what I call the little things. I call it getting the little things right. You gotta get the little things right, bro. You gotta get the little things right. And the little things right are like when you set your alarm and your alarm clock goes off, you get up. When you say you're gonna meditate in the morning, you meditate. When you say you're gonna set your goals on Sunday, you set your goals on Sunday. When you say you're gonna be at the gym at 5 a.m., you're at the gym at 5 a.m. When you say you're gonna post on social media twice a day, you post on social media twice a day. When you say you're gonna send out 100 DMs to prospects, you send out 100 DMs to prospects. When you say you're gonna practice your sales calls and role plays, you practice your sales calls and role plays. When you say you're gonna study the course, you actually take time to study the course. It's called doing all the little things right. You can't get to the giant milestones. You can't get to the mountain of success. You can't achieve everything that you've ever wanted to achieve if you can't even get the little things right. You got to get the little things right. And the little things are the daily promises that you make to yourself. The little things are the daily commitments that you make to yourself. The little things are the things that you don't think are important, but when you stack up all those little things and then you extend those little things over a long period of time, baby, that's when you achieve the big things.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
Do you know Paul and Morgan?
No.
Oh, they're I watch. Okay, we won't get into it right now. Maybe I'll send that to you after. If anyone here knows Paul and Morgan, anyways, if Paul's for, anyways, okay. So he's not wrong.
Exactly.
The point is, he's not wrong. How you do the little things or how you do the big things. How you do one thing is how you do everything, right?
Yes.
Like he's not wrong. And I do, yeah, like I do. I get his point. Honestly, I have nothing to say. That's not my style of receiving information, but I don't think that he's wrong.
Okay, so here's here's why I included this video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because again, I do believe that there's truth in,
Mhm.
your daily habits build the outcomes that you experience.
Mhm.
However, when he prefaces the video by saying, I made for whatever he said, $7 million, $40 million, I don't remember.
7
$40
years,
million,
yeah.
7 years, I think, was
Mhm.
the claim. First of all, doing that to get your attention, right? At no point, and again, I get it, it's a 3-minute video, you can't have all the nuance in the world, but I think a key part that's missing from the conversation in telling people to develop habits that are gonna make you successful
Mhm.
is, again, coming back to something we spoke about earlier, selling something people actually fucking want.
Yeah.
If I'm spending all my time going to the gym and sitting at my computer and doing all the little things that are gonna make me successful, if I don't have the foundation of something that is scalable or sellable or possible of, generating that success, I'm wasting my fucking time doing all of these little habits. And that's why I included this video.
Yes, and I mean, I think that's the thing is I'm kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt. I have no idea what the rest of his content is like, and I've had people come at me when they listen to a 30-second soundbite out of a longer conversation who don't know me, and I'm like,
Yes.
"Yo, but you're missing all the
Relax.
content. Like, there's a lot more here, right?" So I do Piers Morgan, yeah, Piers Morgan, very different. Anyway, or maybe not so much. Anyways, I do see what you're like. I 100% agree with what you're saying, which is that habit stacking, doing the little things right, the power of manifestation, working hard mindset. None of that matters if what you're selling, nobody wants it.
Exactly. And then again, it's like the blame goes back to you of,
Yeah.
well, you're not successful because you didn't try hard enough or you didn't build those habits or
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Yes, I did. But the problem is I was building something nobody fucking wanted.
Yeah. And that I see a lot. Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
It's like you need to that was one of somebody in my community. I have a online community for folks and I forget what she does now, but it just nobody was buying it. And I said, okay, I want you to go all in on this single focus strategy for 3 months. And if still nobody's buying it, at this point you have to ask yourself, do I want to be a business owner only if I can sell this one thing? Or do I want to be a business owner? Because if you want to be a business owner, then you have to find something else to sell.
Exactly.
Right? If it's only about this one thing, then maybe business owner, like maybe that's not the path for you. Right?
Because nobody wants it.
Nobody wants it, right? And so, and because people do, they get committed to selling the thing that they want to sell. They forget that their business is not that much about them. It's about what people want and the impact.
What the market is telling you, for sure.
But I like this comment from Space Pastry. I feel like the stuff about habits is pretty evident for most people over the age of 10. No, that's literally why I was rolling my eyes. I was like, yeah. Guys.
Let me tell you the secret to how I made $40 million.
He's like, sorry, go ahead.
No, I did the things that would make me successful.
He's like, it's one thing. Well, that's a bunch of little things.
Actually.
Picking your nose is a habit. That is true.
Oh no. Okay. Guys, we're almost there.
Find something for you. See, now everybody wants to see yours.
I did just airdrop one to my computer, so we'll save it.
When I saw your laptop out, I was like, oh, yeah. What do we got?
It's getting serious over here.
Oh, all right.
Okay. So this is, I think it's the same guy. So
why are people so aggressive, Danielle? All the swearing and the yelling and the shouting. Don't get me wrong, I love swearing, but like
always so angry. Yeah, and I had to bleep that one, and there was so many times he said the F word. Like, why are we so upset?
Number one reason you won't be successful is you haven't posted enough content. But I don't know who my avatar is. And I don't know if I should talk about this thing or this thing. And I don't know if I should do 3 tips or not 3 tips. It's like, bro, just shut the fuck up and just post content. Like, posting content is very fucking simple. Talk to the camera, add captions, go to Instagram, upload the video, post.
That's it. That's the video.
That's all you gotta do.
Just guys, you want to be successful? Post. What did the first woman say? 40 reels a day.
Man, I do like 1, 2 reel, maybe like 4 reels a year.
I wish it was that simple. Like, as someone who does make a lot of content, That's not it. That's not all. You can't just like,
Yeah.
and I think that that's the part that irritates me is like it's so misleading to tell people, oh, just post and your business will be successful. Again, it all funnels back to the same point where you've been making over and over again. That only works if what you sell is something people want to spend
Yeah.
their money on.
Also, Danielle, you are a content creator.
Yes.
I am a
Business owner.
strategist. Yeah. No, they're both businesses, but I'm a business strategist, right? Like our business models are fundamentally different. If you stop posting content, your business is not going to do well.
Yes.
If I stop posting content, nobody will notice because that's not how my business grows. So, you know, it's, you know, like where people will notice is if I'm not in my Instagram stories. When I'm not in my Instagram stories, people are like, where are you? Are you alive?
Yeah.
Right?
What's happening?
Posting my powerlifting videos. There's some in there right now if you want to go see. Anyways, so again, this is something that I used to fight against. Now I don't. I say it once. If people don't want to hear it, that's fine. Unless you're a content creator, creating content is not generally how you're going to build your business. Yes, it'll help build know, like, trust once people discover you. Yes, if you want to get into a space of thought leadership, being an author, being a speaker, you know, whatever, having reach is going to be important to your agents and publishers. Like, yes. So it's something that you can continue to build and whatever. But if your business and your job is not content creator, that's not where I'm going to recommend you spend your time. That's a really, really, really slow way to build a business. But, you know, okay, here's where I'm going to agree with him. Just turn on your camera and talk. It's not that serious.
Yes, 100%. That's what I tell anyone. I'm like, you want to start making content, whether as a business or just for fun, just start filming videos. The only way you get good at something is putting the reps in.
Yeah, literally. And then people will respond or they won't, or you'll pick up on something that you like talking about and it will evolve.
You'll
right?
know for next time.
That saying about sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
That saying of, and if you don't look back at your like old original content and cringe, you waited too long to start. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
1000%.
That's like, go watch my early YouTubes and check out that pandemic, sweet pandemic hair, baby.
Exactly. Yeah. I think all mine sound like they're filmed in a freaking cave. It's so echoey and just like, I am talking like this because I don't know what I'm doing. I just wanted to bring up Erin's comment here. It says, it's not a one size fits all. There are different reels for different businesses and like different content in general. I mean, what works for me or you in terms of content isn't going to work for someone who's selling, like Erin is a like crafter. So she sells handmade things, right? So very different businesses, very different approaches. And I think that that's important to acknowledge as well.
Every time I see the handle, I just keep getting that sound. My name is Jeff. Every time I see the YEJF.
That's so funny.
Oh God. Yeah. Throw shit at the wall, see what sticks. Yeah. I mean, sometimes, but here's the thing, right? That's the Williams comment. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, who cares? It's not that serious. I mean, as long as you're not being a jerk or harmful, just throw shit at the wall, see who sticks. Who cares?
Exactly.
We take ourselves way too dang seriously. Me, I'm that person. I take myself seriously.
Okay. I guess we can do it. Speaking of old content, let it rip. So you guys who have been on my channel for a very long time will have already seen this because I think this folder is from my latest. So I make videos where I react to my old content.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Okay, so then you might have also seen this, but it'll be fun to do it again live for the class. So this was just what I could find on 5 minutes notice. So you guys get what you get and you don't get upset, okay? Oh, where did it go? Hold on. This might take a minute. Here we go. Got it.
Stop. We all want more time, less stress, more money, more freedom, less chaos, and more clarity. Now, what would you say if I told you you could change your life in just 3 simple steps? Shush! It really is that simple. First, you need to believe that you're capable. Second, you need to take action now. Why wait until tomorrow when you could change something today? Third, you need to be consistent and persistent. The journey isn't always going to be easy, but trust me, it'll be worth it.
Oh my God. Cute. I look like a baby.
You're like a little baby. Listen, do you know what I'm going to say to that? Perfection.
Yeah. We all start somewhere, baby.
We all start, but the thing is there like nothing like yeah, obviously you have to know how and where and what and blah blah blah. But that is to me such a wonderful example of somebody who is passionate and who wants to just be like, yo, this is what's up, right?
Exactly.
I think that's great. I think it's such a great example of early content. It's just so sweet and lovely. And now, you know, you would do things differently, but I think it was great.
Yeah. It's like, it's always funny for me to look back on this stuff because like I can imagine the like place in my life that I was at when I was doing that. And really like when we have this conversation about like, do these people know that they're being manipulative? And I mean, that wasn't really a very good example of me like exercising some of the more manipulative verbiage and whatever. But I do think it really showcases how like I genuinely just wanted to help people. And I was reading these books and listening to these podcasts and whatever. And I thought that this was like genuinely groundbreaking information when really I'm just regurgitating what I probably heard the week like prior. So
yeah, exactly. Like when we were talking about like the younger people that read it and it has an impact and they want to get it out there. I think that's a perfect example. I do like the what
exactly. One of these days I should really just like recreate some of this content. I feel so good.
Please do. No, I think that was fantastic.
Yeah. Danielle through some kind of filter. Yep. Yes, that's correct.
Like the jump scare.
So good. Okay. I think that's it. I think
was there one more? Was that it?
Oh, yes, you're right. Because there was 2. I got to figure out which of the ones we did not look at because we did spin the wheel one last time. Okay. Cue the Jeopardy music. I should have wrote it down. Okay, sales U-turn. We watched that.
While you're doing that, friends that are watching, does anybody here create content? Reels, TikToks, LinkedIn articles, YouTubes?
Let us know.
I started my YouTube channel in 2020 and I was like raring to go. And then I just got very, very busy. And so I have this like mission to get back to making YouTubes this year. And I've been saying that for 2 years.
You'll get there. You'll get there. Okay. I think I found it.
Nice.
This is Become a Millionaire. So good note to end on. We all want to be rich. Let's see what she has to say.
I'm a millionaire now, but if I had to start from zero, this is exactly what I would do. Step 1, I would make a PSA style post to my Instagram stories on my main personal Instagram account, just letting my friends and family know, hey guys, this is what I'm going to be using my Instagram account for moving on. If you want to stay and support me, I'd love that, but you don't have to.
No. Okay. I'm pausing right now. Because I want to hear your thoughts. I am not a big fan of this, of all of a sudden just converting your personal Instagram into your business and forcing people to then follow along. I personally don't like that, but
I mean, I only have one Instagram for all things. And so, but again, I don't make that kind of content really, but yeah, I don't know.
It feels like a weird strategy because I just feel like no matter what your business is, your target audience probably isn't
like
your
from
friends.
A strategic perspective. I maybe wouldn't be really good because their engagement will not be very high. And,
yes, that's more so kind of my thought. Anyway, not really important. I just wanted to know what your thoughts were.
Step 2, for 180 days straight. So 180 days straight, I would be making a reel, but here's the catch. It would be insanely educational content solving hyper-specific problems. Think how to bleach tiles, the grout in your tiles versus how to clean your house. Hyper-specific. Step 3, after 180 days of making insanely educational content solving hyper-specific problems, I would launch a digital product that again solved a hyper-specific problem. If you're making general digital products, they're not going to sell. Step 4, once I launch this digital product, I would keep making insanely educational content solving hyper-specific problems that sort of teed up and supported the digital product I was selling. I would pitch every day, but in subtle ways that people wouldn't even really notice I was pitching. Step 5, I would rinse and repeat until I hit the income level that I wanted.
Okay.
It's that easy.
It's that easy. I mean, I would sell from day one because you have a shelf life of new followers before they stop getting your stuff. Like the algorithm just simply doesn't show you anymore.
Why are we waiting 180 days? And who has time to wait 180 days?
When she says I would subtly sell, we know when you're selling. It's not subtle. Go ahead and be transparent about it. If you want it, if it's the right time, if this is you, right? But I mean, I don't hate it. I think it's helpful for people that are new. Okay, Danielle, go. Listen,
posting a reel every day? Every day for 180 days?
Listen, friends, if you're going to play with the big giant tech companies, the social media companies, you have to follow their rules. If you don't post, they will not show your stuff. I don't know.
Oh, I hate it here, guys. You know I do. I'm not having fun.
I just think that was a real mild, like she's sweet. I liked her editing. I thought it was very clear and explicit advice in terms of a high level strategy. I'm not mad at it.
I just think it's easy to give people advice, specifically saying create a Instagram reel every day for 180 days when you run a multi-million-dollar business and have editors working for you. That's all I'll say on that.
Well, okay. But I guess, okay. But
I'm also a cynic, so
she wasn't making promises. I think if somebody wanted to get into social media marketing, that might be an interesting way to try. Listen, here's what I would say. If I had someone that came to me and wanted to do that, I would say, great, let's do it. We're going to try it for 180 days. Let's make you a strategy. Let's make you sales funnels. Let's check on your copy. Let's check on your sales pages. If they brought that to me and said, Lindsay, I want to do this, I would help them build it. Right.
And I will say this particular person does advocate for the pick one offer, only sell one thing for, whatever, the 180 days. So I will give her credit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think leading with the fact that you're a millionaire and then telling people to post 180 videos is a little bit.
I did forget about the millionaire part. You know what? I think I just started to tune that section. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure.
It's gone.
Yeah. Right.
I do like this approach here, though. I'm usually on the other end of these people, and I block or unfriend.
But that is try, friends, just, I don't know if blocking people hurts the other person, like from an algorithm perspective. Just remember that some people, just because, what is it we say? Don't yuck other people's yum, right? As I'm sitting here yucking so many people's yums today. Anyways, but like, if it's going to hurt a small business and you can just unfollow. You don't got to take it down,
Or I'll just like mute me and the mute button. Besties.
It's giving Jaclyn Hill vibes. Yeah, there's been a lot of videos I've been watching of her downfall. Hey.
Yeah, and just like being so out of touch with the audience. I didn't do one. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is my audience when she makes one TikTok every 3 months? And unfortunately, that is the name of the game. Like, you don't show up online, somebody else is going to replace you in the algorithm.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's the game. That's the thing. If you're going to dance for the algorithm, then you're going to dance for the algorithm. I have a secondary TikTok account called Fantastical Fatty. And I was big into it for a year and a half or so. And I was making content all the time. We had a fun community over there. And then I got busy and I got bored. And if I'm being honest, I don't enjoy making short form content. I want to, but like now if I post something, it's like, 300 likes, like, or 300 views. Like, it's like, nothing, because I'm not on there all the time. Right.
Exactly.
So if it's something you enjoy doing, go for it. But if you don't enjoy doing it, find another hobby, another business.
Exactly. Or another way to market. Get out of your house and go network in person, guys. That's what I'm always telling you to do.
Networking is everything.
Lindsay knows. So
I know.
If you're not going to take my word for it, take theirs.
It's the number one marketing strategy I recommend for service-based businesses. Yep.
So good. Well, thank you so much for joining. This was a lot of fun. Hopefully everyone in the chat had a good time. And if you didn't, well, too bad for you. We had a good time. So
we had fun.
Make sure, so Lindsay's Instagram, YouTube, etc. is all linked in the description. So be sure to check that out.
Yes.
And if we didn't scare you away, perhaps you would like to come join us again in future.
Yeah. Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Yes. 1,000,000%. Yes. Now.
Yeah.
So friends, because I send Danielle things all the time. I'm like, oh my God, have you seen this? Oh my God, have you seen this? So we'll start like collecting things and
create a Google Drive folder that we drop stuff into for a rainy day. Okay, I'm gonna roll the outro. Thank you all so much for joining us. Take care, comb your hair. I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.